Let's go ahead and read the prompt here. Based on the text, how would the author of text 2 characterize the theory in text 1? So what is the theory in text 1? Because literacy in this script from the Aztec Empire was lost after Spain invaded Mexico in the 1500s, it's unclear how meaning was encoded into its symbols. Although many scholars had assumed that the symbols signified entire words, this linguist theorized that they signified units of language smaller than words, individual syllables. So although many people thought that their symbols were words, this theorist thought they were symbols. Now we're looking to see how would text 2 characterize that? So looking at text 2, the consensus is that many of its symbols could signify either words or syllables, depending on syntax and content at any given site. For example, the symbol signifying this word in some context could signify PIL, and others, as in the name that's given. Thus, for the Aztecs, reading required a determination of how symbols function each time they appeared in a text. So, from what I'm seeing here, text 1 said that the symbols signified units of language like syllables, and text 2 said that they could be syllables or they could be words, and understanding required a determination each time they appeared. So it wasn't as simple as them only being syllables. They could be syllables or full words. Now looking through the answer choices, looking at A, by praising the theory for recognizing that the symbols could represent words, that's the opposite, because it's text 2 is kind of saying that text 1 neglected that they could be words. Text 1 only thought that they were syllables. Looking at B, by arguing that the theory is overly influenced by the work of earlier scholars, there's no mention of who they were influenced by. C, by approving the theory's emphasis on how it changed over time. The focus wasn't on whether it changed. It was more about whether the symbols represented words or syllables, not how they changed over time. And looking at D now, by cautioning that the theory overlooks certain important aspects of how the script functioned. Now, I personally didn't pick it up as much the first time, but looking through, we're seeing talk about the syntax, and we're seeing talk about what different things signify. And in one context, it signifies one thing, and in another context, it signifies something else. So D does really seem to match up well with that. So the answer here is D.